we have a second flat. Houston, we have a problem. We only have one spare tire.
We are Evelyn and Ferenc. Follow us on our adventures as we share our overland trips from all around the world. Located in Watson Lake is the world-famous Signpost forest. The tradition started in 1942 by Carl K. Lindley, a homesick US Army engineer. When building many signs in the area, he added the sign to a signpost which stated Danville, Illinois, 2,835 miles. Several other people added directions to their hometowns, and the idea has been snowballing over the years from travelers passing through Watson Lake. As usual in Canada, in the middle of June, it's really cold. But we're in Watson Lake, and at the visitor center, so just across the Signpost forest, at the visitor center, you can actually borrow some paint and create your own signpost that you can then post in the Signpost forest. That's what we're doing now.
Ferenc and his art.
My art is done, and now we will place it into the Signpost forest.
We spend the night in a provincial picnic area or provincial unofficial campsite kind of place where it's free to camp, and you even got fire pits provided. But what I'm trying to actually talk about right now is this is a typical example that we came in here last night and it was a little bit muddy already, nothing of a challenge even for a two-wheel drive vehicle, but it was pouring down with rain last night, all night, really heavily. So on the way out, I'm expecting some bigger mud puddles and deeper mud than when we came in yesterday. So this is a good example when you don't really need a four-wheel drive vehicle to reach a camp spot. You do need four-wheel drive capabilities when circumstances change and you need to be able to get back on the road.
When we arrive in Teslin, our plan is to visit the Tlingit Heritage Center. We are keen to learn more about the native culture, but our plans are completely changed when we discover that not one, but two of our tires are leaking air simultaneously. So I was just about to check the pressure on the spare tire that I just put on, and then I noticed that we have a second flat. Houston, we have a problem. We only have one spare tire, and our tire repair kit is not the best for this task because it's got an inner tube. So we have to get to a tire shop as soon as possible. We're in the middle of nowhere, literally. This is Teslin, and we have two flat tires. So yeah, there is a gas station here, there's a few things here, a truck stop and everything, but otherwise it's fairly deserted and there's not much around. There's no repair shop. There isn't a lot of help we can get here, so we have to make it to Whitehorse somehow. We have the rear right flat that I changed to the spare tire that I still have to check the pressure for, and we have the front left now. I think the inner tubes failed, maybe on the long bridge that we came through. It's like a metal surface, maybe the vibration didn't work for the tires in the tube, I don't know. But these two awesome guys from Finland also helped me put the failed tire back on the roof. They also have flat tire problems, and now they're going to Whitehorse to try to get it fixed and get some tools and stuff. That's exactly what we have to do as well. So it's it's an issue. Two flat tires with one spare and with inner tubes. It's not an ideal situation, especially not here when it's raining and it's cold and there isn't much around. During our previous 50,000 miles of travel, we never had a flat tire.
It's such a beautiful day, isn't it?
It's a beautiful day. We could be dead, but we're not dead. It's a different tire, but it will do the job. Same size, but not the same pattern. So we will get it fixed as soon as we can, of course. Getting a flat tire just before Alaska, it's not ideal.
It's not at all. We went through Africa and Asia before, and we have never had a flat tire.
Hi ho, the front wheel is off. Step 1 of 3 million done. Now we need to get to Whitehorse somehow to get it fixed.
Yeah, that's
Life goes on. You gotta think positive.
Exactly.
Oh boy.
Yeah. It's such a beautiful day.
Oh yeah. Almost sunny. Is
the weather is sunny.
It's almost sunny.
Enjoyable adventure. Teslin is such an isolated place that our new Finnish friends also have difficulties with fixing the flat tire on their rental bike locally. So now you're going to ride back to Whitehorse with the spare tire strapped on your friend's back.
Yeah. You know, I will put it here on a side pan in this place.
Oh yeah? Oh, okay. had the tires fixed, and the front left tire was also down on pressure when I changed the other tire, replaced it with a spare tire. So now I'm just going to double check the pressure, because it looks good actually, but obviously there's a problem, so I need to double check. We're checking like every 15 minutes, just looking at it. Now I'm going to properly check it with the ARB compressor. It's actually not too bad. It's just slightly, it lost a little bit of pressure, but otherwise it's fine. It needs fixing, but we can make it to Whitehorse as it is now, unless the problem deteriorates. I just spoke to this guy. He's from Germany, and he doesn't actually know where his end destination is, but it's somewhere in Mexico or further south. And now we are in the Yukon in Canada. And we think we are tough doing this, and he is tough. We are not tough at all, even with 2 flat tires that we have in now. We made it to the tire shop in Whitehorse, Yukon. Hopefully they will be able to help, and there is no like waiting list and 2 weeks waiting list and booked up appointments and all that. Whitehorse seems to be a cool city, quite big compared to what we've seen so far. But anyway, the main thing is we are here now, and we will find a solution somehow. While our tires are being fixed, we have the opportunity to meet Marcus and Julie Tuck, the legendary overlanders who've been on the road for 8 years already, and who are also driving an Iveco Daily 4x4. Bye, see you later! Whitehorse is a great city with vibrant First Nations cultural events and lots of opportunities for outdoors activities. It is also a must-stop for anyone who wants to venture further into the Yukon or maybe Alaska. We will also stock up on all supplies before leaving town. If you're in Whitehorse, make sure to visit the Yukon Transportation Museum. Right at the entrance you can see the Canadian Pacific Airlines DC-3 wind vane pivoting on its mount. It always points into the wind, as it only takes a 5-knot wind to turn her. It's the world's largest weather vane. In the museum, although the Klondike Gold Rush and the construction of the Alaska Highway are the main exhibits, all modes of transportation of the Yukon are explored, including Yukon First Nations watercrafts, bush pilots and dog sledding, just to name a few. After Whitehorse, we are leaving the Alaska Highway for something equally exotic and remote, the North Klondike Highway. Its route somewhat parallels the route used by prospectors in the 1898 Klondike Gold Rush. Our next destination is Dawson City.